dos, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. You see that black boy over there running scared? His old man in a bottle. He done quit his 9 to 5. He drink full time. Now he's living in a bottle. Hey folks, how you doing? It's been interesting. It's been a while. We started up the show today. My computer said the hard drive had crashed. I'm going, wait a minute. Why would my hard drive crash? I hadn't done anything. Hadn't changed anything. But the hard drive crashed, supposedly. So it took me a while to pull everything back together. But, we're together and we're broadcasting and I'm not complaining. So, hey, and it wouldn't do any good anyway, because guess what? I have nobody to complain to but who? Me, the guy in the mirror. So check that off. Hey, look, this COVID-19 bill, we know, and if you don't know, you should know, that only 10% of this bill goes toward COVID-19 related issues. And that includes the $2,000 that we're supposed to get. Americans are supposed to get. Some of us will get it. Some of us won't. I hope I'm one of the ones who gets it. I don't think so, but who knows? This bill has all kind of pork in it. 90% of this bill is pork. 90% of this bill is going to give cities and states supposedly relief. I don't know if it does or it doesn't. They say that the money can't be used in pension plans or to fund pensions. I don't know. Didn't read the bill. And you certainly can't trust the politicians to tell you what's in the bill. They won't tell you. Because it's not your business. We're politicians and we know what's best for you. When did the politicians start governing this country? Well, I'll tell you this, Nancy Pelosi certainly thinks that she's in charge. And you need to send her a message. And you idiots out there in California, you morons in California, you people who voted for Nancy Pelosi, I hope you eviscerated in the sunshine. Just like you walk out in the sunshine. Oh, I voted for Nancy Pelosi. Whoosh. Whoosh. I voted for whoosh. But this is eviscerator, right? Eviscerated, Nancy Pelosi voters, right? Worthless. And Joe Biden voters aren't far behind. Worthless. Destroying this country. Hey, a couple of things that are near and dear to my heart. And I used to entertain this for quite a while back when the Black Farmers, it's called the National Black Farmers Association. The guy who heads that up is a guy named John Boyd. And John is a great guy, but he fought this case. It was called the Pigsford case. It was an interesting case, and the black farmers won. And so basically, some people feel it was flawed. Of course, it was going to be flawed. It had to be, because you've had centuries, or since the development of the U.S. Agriculture Department, mistreatment of black farmers. Now, why? Because they're black. No other reason. It wasn't the content of their character. It wasn't anything besides the fact that they were Negro. That's it. This country has a Negro problem. There is no homophobic. That's not a word. Xenophobic, not a word. These are all these are all words about things that don't exist. Not in any real sense. Kind of like Antifa, right? Antifa, it doesn't exist. It's just a word. Until they burn up your car. Until they knock the windows out of your building. So these black farmers are supposed to get some money from the federal government in terms of loan relief. Quick story. Quick story. I'm at a family reunion in Pensacola, Florida, in Georgia, right across the river from. I think it's Fort. What's down there? It's Phoenix City, so it must be. I think it's Fort Bragg. Is it Fort Bragg? I think it's Fort Bragg. So anyway, my cousins are farmers. My cousins are farmers. And these guys, I'm a pilot, right? I'm flying jet airplanes. And they're like, I bet you ain't plow, cousin Charles. I bet you can't plow. Plow what? What you talking about? Plow? You talking about ply what? Ply asphalt? Ply? You talking about ply? Ply? They talking about plow a field. Now, can you imagine plowing a field with a mule and one of these plows is in the ground? Man, these boys were so damn strong. When they shook your hand, shaking their hand was like shaking a rock. Okay. Now, some people, that maybe white farmers, man, they had it made. They go out, they jump in their little tractor trailer. I don't know if you've ever seen this farm equipment, but this farm equipment is like it's like NASA developed this stuff, right? I mean, you got a cabin and you have this console, you got GPS and you got sprinkler, you got all this technology, right, in this cabin, right? And these guys are out there just hanging out, going through the field, in their little, mechanized, a controlled environment where the brothers out there, with plows, and mule dung. Okay. And then these white farmers have the nerve. They have the nerve to try to complain. Oh, well, they shouldn't get it because of the cut. F you. F you, white boy. You white boys didn't say anything when you were getting the goodies. You didn't say, well, my black brother down the street, he can't get a loan. My black brother down the street. What is this here? Let's see what it says. $1,400. $1,400. No. Yeah, $1,400. We supposed to get $600 already. So anyway. So my point being, these white farmers are complaining about these black farmers getting their loans forgiven. Well, the white farmers have had it made, man, for generations, man. They've had tractors. They've had, all the irrigation equipment. They've had everything. They had it all. Never said, they drive past the poor black farmer out there. He don't even own his own land. I'm going to buy that boy's land over there. That's what I'm going to do. And then, the black farmer always had to deal with the fact that he had to go deal with the white man and get paid less for the same crop. Soybeans, black soybeans, white soybeans. White soybeans, $2 a bushel. Black soybeans, 50 cents. They split the difference. White man take the money and run. Okay, and what you going to do about it? You have to take what you can get. That's what the farmers used to tell me. That's what we sit around talking. And they talking about this stuff, man. This is in my lifetime. This Charles Butler's lifetime. This is not nobody else's lifetime. This is my lifetime. Not my daddy's lifetime, although my daddy was here and we were sitting around a campfire talking about this stuff. Amazing. So it always tickles me how white people want to always, when something's trying to be corrected, they're very vocal. And when discrimination is going on in their own backyard, right in front of them, right next door, they don't say a damn word because they have the advantage. Oh, I'm better off than he is. I'm better off than she. They don't have that. Very few white people have that righteous reckoning to say it's wrong. I want the same treatment for my black brother as you give my white brother, as you give me. Very few white men have said that. And that's why this country is great. Let's be clear. And then there are those, of course, who didn't care one way or the less. They were just trying to get their life met. And they say that I'm just, I can't really worry about that stuff, Charles. I'm just trying to make a living. Well, guess what? Black man got to worry about it. He got to deal with it. The white man who's concerned about his black brother has to deal with it. So you cannot be concerned about it. That is the problem. As Martin Luther King said, for those of you who don't know or don't remember this, Martin Luther King said the biggest problem for the Negro is the moderate Democrat. Why? Because that moderate Democrat sits back and takes advantage of being white. We call it today white privilege, takes advantage of being white and never reaches out to help his brother in despair. The Negro. The Negro who works hard and can't get promoted. The Negro who is a janitor and has just stellar, stainless, spotless work year after year and can't get promoted because that's what he's supposed to do. I saw my brother experience that back in the 70s. These poor ass white folks in Pontiac. He was cooking food. Hey, we don't want a Negro cooking our food. Nigga, who you think cooked your food before? You poor ass white people. Oh boy, don't get me started. I'm not Larry Elder. So if you're tuned in to hear Larry Elder talk about what black people and put black people down, that ain't gonna happen here. I do enough. All I do is tell the truth. And I certainly, black people have their issues. I've talked about those and we'll continue to talk about those. But this relief package, it's estimated to pay up to $4 billion and pay up to 120% of Black, Hispanic, Asian, and Native American farmers' outstanding debt as of January 1st, according to the American Farm Bureau Federation, the AFBF. AFBF. So, this package also designates about $1 billion for equity commissions, agricultural training, improved land access, and other assistance to advance racial justice in farming. Yes, it's about damn time. That's all I can say. John Boyd's been fighting this fight for a long time. I'm glad that something's being done. The only other public official I know who ever tried to address the inequities and the discrimination at the USDA was a man named Espy, who ran for senator last year. But Espy, he was Secretary of Agriculture under Bill Clinton. And these white people destroyed his black ass because he was giving money and loans to black people. They destroyed him, came at him. He tied him up in court for about 5 years. He's an attorney, but if he hadn't been an attorney, he would have spent close to $800,000 in legal fees. That's how they get you. That's how the government gets you, man, when they roll on you. So they go over here, and this is the justification they use for this. And I'm with this totally. By denying or delaying black farmers the same loans, subsidies, and other payments made to white farmers, the USDA engaged in a systemic racism that led to dramatic decline in the number of black farmers. This is not in dispute, said John Boyd, president of the National Farmers Association. He told Fox News statement before the House passed the relief package on Wednesday. I called John today, tried to get him on the show. Over the weekend. So black farmers, they account for only 1/6 of farmers. They accounted for 1/6 of farmers in 1920. Today, it's less than 2% of the farms are run by black producers as of 2017. And it's the USDA has faced accusations of discrimination for years. A class action suit, the Pickford's lawsuit, that the government settled in 1999 for $1.2 billion, was supposed to help farmers who claim they were unfairly denied loans and other government assistance. That is a given. Now, Sam Graves, a Republican from Missouri, of all places, that slave state. You didn't know Missouri was a slave state, did you? It was one of those states that claimed to be a slave state like Delaware. Took issue with the racial justice in the agriculture provisions and contemplated in the bill. So he goes on to say, Mr. Graves, that he said, what happened to equal protection under the law? Well, you didn't say that when you didn't protect the black farmers, you asshole. He said, what is wrong? This is wrong and un-American. You didn't say that when black farmers were denied loans and denied subsidies. I'm sure there are a lot of Americans out there that would love to have our tax dollars pay off their debts. This is targeted to a very few people. Yeah, because a very few people were discriminated against, you moron. I'm going to call his office today. And then Kelly Griggs said this, I'm going to have to pay for that. Yep, you certainly are, Kelly. Another farmer, Benny Anderson of Georgia, expressed concern about the provisions. Said, I think it should be distributed to everyone. Why? You were white. You got yours. You got yours because you were white. You didn't say anything about black farmers not getting theirs, did you, Mr. Anderson? No, you didn't. Because one thing we all have in common, it doesn't matter about the color or race or whatever. We're all farmers. We're all working together to feed the United States. You didn't say that when black farmers were being denied tractors and subsidies and all these other things. It's amazing how white folks just forget about all the discrimination and the pain that goes with it. It's like, oh, just take it. Just take it. You're a big guy. Hey, look, we gotta, speaking of big guys, we're gonna be back in a second. I want you to take control of your health and use these products by CBD.
Hello, this is Dan Perkins from America's Cannabis Conversation, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can take responsibility for your own health. CV Science products that can help you empower yourself against the COVID-19 virus are CV Acute and CV Defense. The Acute product is taken at an early onset of feelings of discomfort and works over 3 days to assist your immune system to fight off the virus. The second product is CV Defense, which is taken daily, and it helps to optimize the power of your immune system to fight off this virus. Recently on my program, I had an interview with Dr. Michael Lewis, who's been in public health for decades. I asked him about personal responsibility, and he said,
you are responsible for your own health. Don't count on the government to provide you with a magic pill or a magic shot for your health. That is your personal responsibility.
If you want to empower yourself and take control of your health care, go to empoweryourself.info. That's empoweryourself.info and take care of your health care. Hello, this is Dan Perkins, and I want to talk to you about CV Science's new product to give you a healthy immune system. The all-natural product is called CV Defense, and this supplement is designed to protect you against attack on your immune system. Take it every day, keep your immune system and you healthy. Be proactive about protecting your immune system and protecting your body by using CV Defense. For more information, you can go to empoweryourself.info. That's empoweryourself.info.
Hi, this is Charles Butler, the host of the radio show, The Reality Check with Charles Butler. At Asset Benefits, we provide our clients with the rates and benefits from over 20 top-rated life insurance companies. We make you informed decision makers about final expense, mortgage protection, and securing your family's financial stability with the loss of a loved one. Hey, don't wait. Pick up the phone and call 312-667-9111 for your free quote and evaluation. So don't leave your family in a financial crisis because of a failure to plan for financial needs. Please call us for a free analysis and quote at 312-667-9111. Thank you. Okay, we're going to finish up on this black farmer thing. But, when you hear this, you understand that this has been an ongoing issue. Been an ongoing issue for a long time with black farmers, and black farmers being basically cut out of the this big pie, because agriculture, whether you know it or not, is the second largest department in the government. First is defense. Then the agriculture department has the next largest budget. Laughing out loud says Robert Watcher says, I think they just signed it today. Yeah, they did. They signed it today. They did. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, wow, it's deep. Wow, it's deep. So anyway, I'm just saying, hey, They talk about this debt relief seems wrong. They weren't saying it was wrong when they were collecting those subsidies. They weren't saying it was wrong when they were collecting those, driving those big, beautiful. I don't know what you call them, but they're not tractors because they really have. You climb up. You take a ladder. You climb up into this cabin, and it's like a control center, man. It's got computers and tells you where you are, tells you where your plants are, tells you what's going on in your fields. I mean, it's like NASA stuff, man. Seriously. So, one of the things I want to talk about today before we get too far out here is Joy Reid. Joy Reid called Senator Tim Scott a token black senator, right? Joy Reid. She's such a joke. She is such a joke. God. Whew. And it tickles me that people actually think she has something to say, right? And I go, if you think Joy Reid has something to say, that says something about your mental faculties, right? I'm bad. Hey, look, check this out, though. This is what Tim Reid had to say about the woke supremacy and white supremacy. And I think he's right. I think he's right on both counts. White supremacy and woke supremacy are both dangerous concepts. So let's listen to Senator Scott as he talks about these things. Here we go.
Well, thank you, Trey. Let me just say this on what you just said. Woke supremacy is as bad as white supremacy. We need to take that seriously. And to all those folks who oppose good common sense, Matthew 5:44 is still available to be read in red.
Wow. That's deep. So what is Matthew 5:44? Ready? Okay. Matthew 5:44 in the King James Version of the Bible. Remember, this is a family show. Remember, we love God here. We appreciate God and his son, Jesus Christ, our Savior. So Matthew 5:54 says, "But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you." Wow, that's deep. Do you think you can do those things? Do you think you can do those things? Jesus says, love your neighbor, love your enemy. I ain't loving my enemy. I'm sorry, Jesus. Sorry on that one, bro. I can't help you. But Matthew's 5:44. That's what it says. Okay. But I say to you to love your enemies, those who persecute you, those who hate you. Nah, I don't think so. I'm a mess, huh? Oh man, I have too much fun, I tell you. So Tim Scott said, woke supremacy is just as dangerous white supremacy. He's very clear on that. I love it. And Tim says here, let's see, a group of prominent female activists, including Joy Reid, gave an interview to Essence Magazine on what woke means to them. Reid said, people who are woke have to take responsibility, has to take opportunities to fix any perceived injustice that their perceived injustice in whatever that is. Okay. So the thing to do, this is Reid talking. She says, the thing is to do that, knowing that you can fix whatever your level or platform is, because there's always an opportunity for you to do just a little something to support those who are disenfranchised. Shut the hell up. Such a crazy ass, we look at Grey's Anatomy. Chandra Rhimes, she's a TV producer, screenwriter. They fired a black guy on Grey's Anatomy, and they wouldn't let him have his romantic interest as was written in the script. Guy named Washington. He was. Yeah, I remember Washington. He's crazy too. But anyway, this whole Grey's Anatomy thing that Washington, Isaac Washington, called this white guy who's a gay guy, called him the F word, and blah blah blah. One thing led to another, because these gay guys, they always mess with manly guys. They always want to mess with you. And the bottom line is, they're queers. We don't like queers. A straight guy does not like queers. Sorry, it's just the way it is. So if you like queers out there, you better check yourself. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, woke means being outraged all the time, says Linda Sizor. She's that Palestinian American activist. She's crazy as hell. Crazy as a bag of bets. President Obama criticized the idea of being woke as judgmental and not true to being able to bring about change. He's absolutely right. Now, if there's anybody who knows about undermining, bringing about change, it is that Barack Obama. Said the idea of purity and you've never compromised and you're always political. Woke is all that stuff. You should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities, and people who really do good stuff have flaws. No question. Like Donald Trump. Obama went on to add this. There is a sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people, and that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or use the wrong verb, then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself because, man, you see how woke I was, how I called you out. Break it down, Barack. It's something we agree on. Me and Barack, we agreed on something. How about that? But going back to Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott, woke supremacy is as bad as white supremacy. There's no question. It's dangerous, and we need to get over it. Tim Scott is one of our better senators. I like the guy. I've always liked him. He's a great guy. Hey, what about this story? 90,000 mail-out ballots were returned as undeliverable in Nevada. What does that mean? How many were returned in California or Illinois or Pennsylvania or Georgia? These are all questions that we need to ask ourselves because they're relevant in the terms of voter fraud, voter suppression, all those issues. Let's see, you guys are out there blowing it up. What are you talking about? Let's see, combine. Let's see, also called combine. It's called a combine. That's right. It's called a combine harvester. That's exactly right, Roberts. Those things are amazing. They're like it's like Star Wars inside those bad boys, man. They say the problem with being woke is sometimes their perception is not everyone else's true. Then Pete goes on to say, I need a new SIG 365. Pete also says, Barack, he is sweet like cotton candy. Yeah, he is. Boy got a little sugar in him, ain't no question. Boy got a little sugar. But I tell you, the picture that I love was recently when Barack and Michelle were on vacation a couple of months ago. They were in Hawaii, and Michelle is in the front. Michelle is in the back, and she's paddling, right? And that's what usually the guy is, right? The guy's in the back, and he's paddling. Barack's in the front. He's sitting there like an African prince. He's sitting with his arms folded, big old smile. Michelle is in the back of the kayak sweating. Oh, God. I wish I could show you that video. In fact, I'm going to get my system set up here. I'm going to invest in some a little money in this thing so I can run these videos while I'm talking to you guys. I can run these videos on screen. But Michelle is paddling her ass off, man, trying to get back to the beach. Funny. Hey, look, speaking of fun, when I come back, talk about this gun bill and passing this gun law. Okay, here we go. We'll be right back, guys.
Hello, this is Dan Perkins from America's Cannabis Conversation, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can take responsibility for your own health. CV Science products that can help you empower yourself against the COVID-19 virus are CV Acute and CV Defense. The Acute product is taken at an early onset of feelings of discomfort and works over 3 days to assist your immune system to fight off the virus. The second product is CV Defense, which is taken daily, and it helps to optimize the power of your immune system to fight off this virus. Recently on my program, I had an interview with Dr. Michael Lewis, who's been in public health for decades. I asked him about personal responsibility, and he said,
You are responsible for your own health. Don't count on the government to provide you with a magic pill or a magic shot for your health. That is your personal responsibility.
if you want to empower yourself and take control of your healthcare, go to empoweryourself.info. That's empoweryourself.info and take care of your healthcare. Hello, this is Dan Perkins, and I want to talk to you about CV Science's new product to give you a healthy immune system. The all-natural product is called CV Defense, and this supplement is designed to protect you against attack on your immune system. Take it every day, keep your immune system and you healthy. Be proactive about protecting your immune system and protecting your body by using CV Defense. For more information, you can go to empoweryourself.info. That's empoweryourself.info.
Okay, little Miles Davis there. We'll change that up to Mar. Hey, look, the House just passed this bill expanding background checks. What does that mean for us? Well, okay, so we have to get a background check when we go to a trade show. That's the lie that the left tell. Oh, you don't need it. You go to a trade show, you don't need a background check. That is a God blessed lie. I'm not going to be use blasphemy here, but it is a damn lie. So now they're making this law that if you transfer or purchase a gun, you have to get a background check. So if I give a gun to my son, I got to do a background. How crazy is that? It's stupid. I'm serious, man. These people need to be popped in the mouth. These laws are ridiculous and they're draconian and they're infringing on the rights of the American people. We've had enough. The Patriot Act should be repealed. If you're going to open up the borders, you don't need a damn Patriot Act because terrorists are coming across the border. Tear up the Patriot Act. Tear it up now. FISA courts my ass. They only use those against the president or someone who would beat the president. This damn moron Mike Thompson in California and Chris Murphy in Connecticut, punch him in the nose. If you see him, punch him in the nose. if what's her name? What's that girl? I'm trying to think. I see her face, bad wig. Come on. Maxine Waters. If Maxine Waters can call for people to harass Trump officials, to harass Republicans, I'm saying harass Democrats and harass them vigorously for infringing on your constitutional rights. They have no right. They're passing in the wind. They're not that damn important. These are people who are a blip in history, like Obama, blip in history. Anyway, this bill is entitled Bipartisan Background Check Act, passed in the House 227-203, got 8 Republican votes, 1 Democrat against, 5 Republicans co-sponsored it, primary all their asses, primary them. According to the summary of the legislation, it will utilize the current background checks process in the U.S. to ensure individuals are prohibited from gun possession and are not able to obtain. And you ain't gonna stop nobody from obtaining no damn firearm who wants one. And these people have lost their damn minds. Currently, any firearm purchased at a retail store or online has to go through a background check and has to be involved in a licensed firearms dealer with a federal firearms license known as an FFL. Now, this new bill, HR 8, would require background checks for private sales. To hell with these people. No more hopes and prayers and thoughts. A vote is what we needed. We need to put these people down, especially Schumer. Go out, grab Schumer, rip his coat off, get his attention. I mean, if you're going to call for insurrection, you're going to call for violence. Why can't Republicans do that too? You know, Maxine Waters doesn't have any stronghold on challenging people to go out and harass and intimidate Republicans. She doesn't have a hold on that. And you Republicans who haven't stood up and fought back are your wimps. You damn rhinos, damn wimps. That's why you didn't stand with the president. That's why you wouldn't stand with Trump. That's why these Republican houses didn't stand up and say, wait a minute, the governor can't change our election law. A secretary of state can't change election law. This is in the damn Constitution. We have people who are perpetrating to be Republicans who have no business, absolutely no business in politics. And that includes black pastors, especially black pastors. Republicans. Let's see here. No more hopes and prayers and thoughts for we needed a vote is what Schumer said at news conference as he planned to bring HR 8 out of former Mitch McConnell's legislative graveyard after it was stalled in the Senate in 2019. It'll be stalled again. Republicans have said these measures won't make Americans safer, which is true, which is with one saying that HR 8 would create a possible national registry for firearms. I don't know if that's the case, but we don't need these people knowing what we have and what we do. The idea is that we're going to make us safer is laughable, said Mary Miller from Illinois in the House floor. Criminals looking to get their hands on firearms to use it in crimes are not going to submit to background checks. Only law-abiding citizens will follow the law. This is a backdoor means of setting up a national registry of firearms, something I hope I completely oppose. Miller also added that the United States has enough guns, but she said we need to make sure that the laws are enforced. Exactly, enforce the laws. We don't need any more laws. We need better enforcement, not more laws. She's absolutely right. So, the National Rifle Association in 2019 said that the bill, if passed into law, would require loans, gifts, and sale of firearms be processed by a gun store. The same fees, paperwork, and permanent record keeping apply as to buy a new gun from the store. So I couldn't give a gun that I have to a friend without a background check. It's crazy. It's crazy. Totally. But, you know, we have people who are standing on the sidelines, again, standing on the sidelines instead of working. Let's see what we got here. You guys are over there talking. When I was talking about Barack Obama having a little sugar in his tank, Pete reminded me that, remember Joan Rivers? Yeah, she ended up dead. I got you. He said that they're trying to get a national registry for confiscation, no question. And then Pete says, that was Robert's watches. Then Pete says he's going to send all my stuff to you. Oops. Is that right? True. Okay. So what I want to do, let's see what time it is. It's 54. I'm going to take a little break and I'll be right back. And I'm going to jump into the fact that it's a disaster at the border. We're going to hit that before we leave, okay?
Hello, this is Dan Perkins from America's Cannabis Conversation, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can take responsibility for your own health. CV Science products that can help you empower yourself against the COVID-19 virus are CV Acute and CV Defense. The Acute product is taken at an early onset of feelings of discomfort and works over 3 days to assist your immune system to fight off the virus. The second product is CV Defense, which is taken daily, and it helps to optimize the power of your immune system to fight off this virus. Recently on my program, I had an interview with Dr. Michael Lewis, who's been in public health for decades. I asked him about personal responsibility, and he said,
You are responsible for your own health. Don't count on the government to provide you with a magic pill or a magic shot for your health. That is your personal responsibility.
if you want to empower yourself and take control of your healthcare, go to empoweryourself.info. That's empoweryourself.info and take care of your healthcare.
Man, that Miles was a bad boy, I tell you. But speaking of bad boys, Mike Pompeo, my man Mike Pompeo, the former Secretary of State, a real Secretary of State, a man in control, a man when he spoke, the rest of the world listened because he was speaking for America. He was speaking for the President of the United States.
Go back to October of last year, you're at 7,400. February of now, it's 2,300. They've ditched a number of your policies. How's that working out?
Bill, what it's leading to is a calamity for people who are being trafficked across the border. It's a calamity for American citizens who are here suffering from the drugs that are going to flow across the border alongside of this. It's tragic for people who want to come into our country lawfully too, who are waiting in line while these folks are coming across unlawfully. And this is an enormous crisis on our southern border. We had in place a set of policies that were humane, decent, and protected American sovereignty. We sure as heck knew who the heck was coming into our country. And we had a set of policies that reduced the flow and the trafficking of these people across the border. These kids who come across with the coyotes preying upon them is absolutely tragic. And the Biden administration's policies have incentivized this to happen.
Wow. It's crazy what's going on the border. But more importantly, is it's going to put pressure on brown people, black people, Asian people, white, all of us, especially those trying to get back to work, especially those who are trying to get into schools, because the emphasis is put on the immigrant. You don't speak English. Oh, let me come help. You know what? Listen, stand up, fight back. Stop sitting on your damn duff and letting these politicians run roughshod over your cities. You should be on the phone calling City Hall saying, I want money cut off to these illegal migrants. You should call your alderman. Here in Chicago, you should call your councilman in other places around the country. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. Hey, look, it's just the way it is. Pompeo put it out there. Let's see what else Mike had to say.
With the leaderships of those countries in Central and South America, or even in Mexico, in terms of them not being able to do anything to ensure rule of law in their countries. It seems like a lawless situation. The cartels are very powerful, and now the coyotes that are bringing the migrants in, apparently, all of them have been tagged by these cartels, and that's coming right into our country. It's not good for the American citizens, of course, but really not good for the.
We've had governments that haven't been able to provide for their citizens, and so if you're a mother of one of these children or a father, you can see why they would want to try and find a better life for their people. I'm enormously sympathetic to that. I think we all are. But the reality is that we did good work in the Trump administration. We tried to help people down there. We tried to help those governments be more successful. We demanded.
I'm not sympathetic to those people coming across the border. I'm not sympathetic at all. Just for the record.
that the Mexican government not allow these traffic flows to continue in from Guatemala and from El Salvador and from Honduras. They put National Guardsmen on the border. This created the right incentive system for these governments to take care of their own people and not try and transfer these problems to the United States of America.
Wow. It was true. It's true. So they try to transfer these problems to us for us to pay for us to pick up the tab on. And you guys sit there, you don't say anything. You sit there like little sheep. Let me tell you something. These people work for you. Don't you ever forget that. These people work for you. I don't care who you are. I don't care how little taxes you pay or how much tax you pay. These people work for you. They're representative of you. You're a citizen of the United States of America, which means you're protected by the Constitution, and you should act like Americans. I'm just typing in here, I have no compassion. COMA, compassion for illegals. I don't have any compassion for them at all because of the devastation that they put on the American people and the American public. Let's see here. It's almost the end of the show. I know it's it's over. Show's gone on Red State. So look, folks, we're going to sign off. Get on out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, Freedom Friday. Hang in. Talk to you.